All right, good morning, good morning. How are we doing today? Now, tablet and pen time. What does that mean? Get a tab and get a pen. Here's our problem. Everybody wants to be rich, rich, rich. Well, you know what? The IRS is listening to you. And if you say you want to be rich, fantastic. They're going to follow you, what? To the bank. They're going to take all your money and then you get the leftover. Want to be rich? Want to be a millionaire? No, 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 no. Problem we have to understand is how you structure it. We watched Donald Trump do one thing. He paid what? No tax. That $750 that he was debating with Hillary, that was a filing fee. Rich and famous people don't pay tax. They use debt to offset the taxes. Today, you got a paycheck. Fantastic. Good for you. What did you happen? Well, what? The IRS got paid first. You got the leftover. You did all the work. They get paid. You get the leftover. That's how it works. Corporation receives money, pays tax when it's profitable. But if you're growing a business, you need to create some debt that offset the taxes anyway. So do you want to be a millionaire? Please say no. Please. You see, I don't think you see a millionaire out there. No one in the history of mankind ever made $1 million and got to keep it, unless they're a corporation. Why? Supreme Court says so. Supreme Court said a corporation is a legal person. Then it doesn't pay tax till it's profitable. So let's understand. Take that picture right there. Because we all want to pay tax. We want to line up and pay as much tax as we have to. Do you hear what I said? As much as we have to. It's like I was born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. Kind of sucks. Mom, they didn't want me. I got to be used and abused. This is hope. Rich and famous people. They were turds as well. But you know what happens? If we could learn the rules and tools, we can actually play the game and understand the IRS rules and tools. What a concept. So do yourself a favor. If you want to be a millionaire, say no. I want a millionaire corporation. It don't pay tax when it's profitable. We get to play the game to win. That's the goal. Take a picture now. See, that picture is what I designed in 1987. What did I do? I had a problem. I got so many escrows, I need more people to help me. I turned my clients into what I call my soldiers. You see, I believe what you need to do is to invest and own something. The other day, you drove by the Wendy's restaurant, Wendy's. It's been there since you were 2 or 4 years old. Right there, right there. It's just there. Somebody owns it. Why not you? Here's your problem. All right, you think you don't have the down payment? Let's structure how we can get partial of that Wendy's storage unit, laundromat, and car wash. I wrote some of the original books about car washes, laundromats, and dry cleaners. Now you got my clients out there, hey, you got to do this. At the end of the day, you do not want to run a car wash because they run themselves as a management company. You don't want to run the laundromat, the car wash, all right, the apartment complex, the Wendy's. Do you ever see the owner running the Wendy's restaurant, or is it a management company? See, I think the world's got it wrong. I think they should have looked at auto income. I think we should look at income versus being rich and a millionaire. So I hope you take a picture of that today. I hope you actually, print it out in color, laminate it, put it in your refrigerator, your desk at work. I'd like to be your screensaver. I want you to get to the point you can actually accomplish the goal. Not easy. Now, I got the nickname of the Godfather of Credit. I went on a show with KNX Radio. Been on that show almost 50 years now, on these different shows on radio and TV. I used to have my own radio show with George Putnam years ago. Did some things with David Horowitz as well. Wow. I built 60 billion of credits. It's ridiculous. This here, if I can get it off the table, it's so heavy. It's about $42 million of credit. We got about 62 of this to play with. I've been collecting this since I was a kid. It's kind of fun. See, back then, they would send credit cards in the mail to corporations and people without applying for credit. Until the 90s, that a bunch of ding-dongs started using the SSN when they're not supposed to anyway. So today, it's very simple. This is live. It's amazing. I can't believe I made it this far. I've been in front of people, or live, all right, doing what I do today for 49 years. Literally 6 days a week. The only time I took a Saturday off, it was a holiday. So we understand, I don't have excuses. Why you didn't get to millionaire to billionaire through corporate structure, I don't know. I think you kind of screwed up, but it's going to be up to you. What is our goal today? Take pictures of things that matter. Don't take pictures, just because you take pictures of everything. I mean, if you want to act like one of those other countries that take pictures and copy everybody, go ahead. Why don't we take pictures of things that matter? Okay? The goal is what matters today. Me, I accomplished my goals. I don't have an excuse. See, I put so much pressure on me, I can't accomplish that goal till I'm done. I was kicking the door jam at 10. I kicked the basketball hoop at T-Week or junior high when I was 14. The register newspaper took a picture. Why boys can jump? That's only 10 feet. That's 13 feet there. Now, I don't understand why other people can't do what I do. That's not my problem. But I could do it. That there, the night came out, what, the Guinness Book of Records guy? He kind of pissed me off. I kicked at the light, hit my head. By the way, if you can touch it, you can kick it. That's only 13 feet. I don't have excuses. Okay, I think most people have excuses. I think half the world is freaking lazy. Lazy. I want a free ride. No, get off your ass and go get a job. Work it, work it, work it. Now I learned the hard way. Life, if you go to school, you do the time, you get the paper. Did that too. I learned more about reading the books I've read since I was a kid. Average between 8 and 15 books a week, studying everything I can. But I learned at 8.5 years old. 8.5 years old. I sold seeds, clackers, I mowed yards all weekend. I made some money. I made my 52 bucks. Wow, here it is. The devil's wife grabbed my money and said, "You're paying rent." Who the heck makes an 8.5-year-old kid pay freaking rent? These people getting money from the state and federal government, they're making me pay rent? All I knew is my recourse was simple. Library time. I didn't have a cell phone to ask all these questions to. I think we're raising a bunch of stupid people nowadays, kids. They don't have to research. They don't have to carry 50 pounds of books and research things. What's the answer? Wow, that was easy. What did I do? I went to the library. That's all I could do. I found savings bonds, I bonds, double E bonds. I like double E bonds for my kids. I got 6 beautiful kids, 5 girls and a boy. And they all had 800 scores. Please, let's understand how to play. I learned to never put something in my name when I was a little boy. Every time I had something in my name, someone's going to steal it. They're going to take it away. I hate that. It makes no sense. They want to take your goodies. I like goodies. You like goodies? I make divisions in corporations on how to protect the goodies. So if they sue me, they get diddly squat. The American dream, living on that hill, drive the car of your dream, they sue you, they get diddly squat. Why not? So I like goodies. You like goodies? I didn't get a house when I was a little boy. We got to move 24 times, all these lousy people. By the time I'm 11.5 years old. Do you know what's going to school in Watts, Torrance, and Hawthorne? All these great areas, and then mommy gives you a girl's friggin' name. You got to run and fight. I'd rather fight. You see the difference? You had to run or basically what? You got to kick it or run. I'd rather kick it. I'm good at that too. So I finally got some mansions. You want some mansions? But you know what? I don't want to put in my name. That kind of down. So what do we get to do? We're going to play my way for a while. If you can take the challenge in 2026, because every resolution you ever made yourself, New Year's resolution, I think you failed. I think you gave up and you screwed up. That's just my opinion, but okay. Take the guarantee. I get anybody to Millionaire. It's not hard to do. What do we do? Winning the game of business. Wow. Can you imagine? I'm driving a Lamborghini. I went to go to college. Okay, no problem. I'm building a mansion in LEL, California. I invented car finding and all kinds of other things. I got pads and all kinds of goodies. And I got $1 million plus in the bank. And then okay, let's help people. I called it winning the game of business in 1976. Maybe you don't realize I was 16 friggin' years old. I don't know. Why did you go to high school? That's all they did. What, a bunch of screwballs in high school? I remember watching John and Dan go to Costa Mesa High School. I'd be over there to Costa College. These are 2 kids that lived in the house I lived in. I lived in the garage. Kind of sucks. They hated me. They're older, and I'm going over to the college, and the class is over there, and they're going, what? But I'm driving a Lamborghini while they're going, that's about it. See, I don't like stupid. When I do something new, I feel stupid. I really do. I got to master what I do. I got to tear it apart. So winning the game of business is my first series. I was 16. What did you do? What? Tell me, please, show me. Now, my next series is very simple. I wanted to create books for dummies. Because when I learn something new, I feel stupid. I really do. It just drives me crazy. I got to master, I got to understand how to do it. When I was a kid, I'd watch what you do, and I could do it better than you in 5 minutes. I could copy what you do better than you. I used to piss people off all the time. But you know what? The Books for Dummies was taken, so I named it what? The Millionaire's Founders Kit. It's simple. The Millionaire's Founders Kit. You know what? My info commercials, my TV shows, all those things over the years, having fun. I even named it the Blueprint of Success. The Blueprint of Success. I got some people out there keep trying to use it, and I own it. That's not nice. But you see, I learned a blueprint. Joanne, all right, when I lived in Delane Street in Torrance, she was the NASA certified engineer for NASA. She worked Apollo 9, 11, and 13. She said, everything's done by a blueprint, young man. Okay. So I use the word blueprint success. Let's build it up. Let's show them step by step. Now, if you want a copy of that, you can take that picture right now. You can scan and go to Amazon right away. I used to sell for $5,000 a set. That's right, $5,000 a set every event I did. Today it's $4.99 for you. There you go. Now, I believe if you can touch it, you can kick it. That's just me. I can do the splits every which way. It's kind of fun. So if I can touch it, I can kick it. See, I believe everything's a mindset. See, you have to believe to receive. And your problem is you going, oh, you don't have the money to get that. Stop it. Then create the damn money. Get off your butts. I don't understand. These are $100,000 a piece. $100,000 each. They're paid over time limit is what? 100,000, but they're unlimited to $1 million. If we could get corporate credit, we could finance that dream, right? And the debt offsets the taxes. What a concept if you could listen to me. I've analyzed 50 million people so far. Having fun. I always wrote when I was 12 and a half years old, see it, believe it, go get it. I'd see it, I believe it, go get it. I don't understand. Why do people make things difficult? See, me, I was born in a taxi. Mommy didn't want me. Boo-hoo-hoo. That pissed me off. I take the childhood, the anger, and I take the frustration and all the crap I went through, and I want to prove the world wrong. Is that okay? I'm right, you're wrong. That's how it works. I believe it to be true. So if I could repackage you today, it'd be kind of fun. Kind of like Humpty Dumpty. Let's put the pieces you're missing. Is that okay? We get to play the game. Let's focus on chapter 18. Now, I'm with Mrs. Hope since I was 3 to 9.5 years old. These are rich and famous people going blah, blah, blah. Do you know they had a poker game every Wednesday night? I'm in the corner, writing my little notes. She used to call me the piece of, you know what, in the corner. Don't talk to that piece in the corner. She was so nice. It's like the devil's wife. They said at that poker game, a corporation's a legal person. It's right there. I'm 7.5 years old. What am I going to do? I rode my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department the next day. All right, library next door. Man, what does this mean? She was rude too. All right, maybe because she's not used to a 7.5-year-old kid asking what does it mean. She came back 5 minutes and said, here's a microphone, here's the book. I read the book. I'm looking for a blueprint. Joanne's promised me a blueprint. It's not in the book. There's no blueprint in the book, Joanne. What happened? Where's the blueprint? Here's your problem. Today, most of you have a corporation. Most of you have failed. I'd like you to look in the mirror and say you're fired. Fire yourself, because I think you should. You keep hiring attorneys, CPAs, corporate services. You hire that attorneys practicing law. They haven't got it right yet. And you pay $5,000 for a piece of paper that's free? That's called silly and stupid. I'm sorry to say, but it's true. So understand, all corporations are free. In all 50 states, you pay a filing fee. A filing fee. Oh, well, your corporation today is on Secretary of State's website. It's right there, it's right there. There's your name. You're on the bank account. When they sue you. Congratulations. Supreme Court said a corporation's a legal person. Check it out. So that means it can receive money and not pay tax. You receive money, but you don't get the money till they tax you before you get the leftover. See, there's a way to play the game, if we play. Now, this is what screwed me up. Not required to file a fictitious business name. I read that when I was 9.5. It bothered me. I felt inside that it was wrong, it was wrong, it was wrong. Understand? See, when you look at the law and everything else, and I'm not here to be an attorney, I'm just telling you what's public record, I can see a sole proprietor. I'm a legal person of flesh. Ow, ow, ow. I can file that. Why can't the corporation file it too? That was all screwed up. So what do we get to do? Well, my first corporation cost me $10. I was 9.5 years old. Check it out on Secretary of State website. I sent away $10. That was it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just guessing. I'm learning. I'm asking the grown-ups questions, and all I got from there was, maybe. I thought the grown-ups were stupid. I grew up and realized they were really pretty stupid. Corporation, that cost me $10. You know that corporation today is $30. $30 today. Today, $30. So, today, if we play the game to win, you got $100? You got $30? Everybody can get a corporation for a $30 filing fee, $100. Give it a try. But if it screws up, they're going to come get you. They're going to get you. But if you have a division, you can protect your ass. Now, I've screwed up many times. Learning in life, life wants to kick your assets. It's like we're living in hell, trying to test our faith and persistence. It wants to kill us. Ay, ay, ay. What do? At 12 and a half years old, we start the Orange County Blind Center. I got named in a lawsuit. Dang. Because I used the word Braille, the Braille Institution. What the blank? See, the goal is to never bring the pain home. But I was screwing up. But I'm learning how to play the game, like you. I bet you every one of you screwed up. Congratulations. You're 35 to 75 years old and you're disappointed. I think you are. I think one of your friends and family member ripped you off. I think you've been knocked down 1,000 times. You're afraid to get back up again and again. That's the test of faith and persistence. A corporation's illegal what? Now, back in 87, Ken Yarborough, listen to the name Ken Yarborough. Actually, his name was Cyrus Yarborough. He wrote what? Him and I wrote a book called File Segregation. TRW, the report's wrong. Thomas Raymond Woolrich. They had bicycle parts, information business. They became a spear in 96. I get to train him. Wow. Oldest car is what I said. And we should have a 29% rule. What does that mean? All cards need a sticky. See, when we do something new, we feel stupid. I do. Maybe you too. See, this is a 50,000 car. This is a 10. And when I said 25% rule to 29, it's simple. You got this car. You went to dinner and you went shopping. Oh, honey, we got $10,000. We can piss it away. Well, that's what you did. Problem you got is you didn't understand credit because no one wants to teach it to you. See, this card's $10,000. You only use 29%. Put it on sticky. You can only use $2,900 out of that $10,000. Because when you use more, you drop the score, you get stuck. You can't get any more. For those who have bad credit today, you screwed it up and you drug it on 3 to 6 years. Bad days don't last forever, but you made them last longer than they had to. How you feel now? Doesn't that kind of suck? So what do we get to do? Wow. Today, listen and learn. Now, you got people on social media. You can bankrupt that corporation, get another one. That's fraud, by the way, in my opinion. That's under the RICO Racketeering Act as well, I believe, but check it out. Could you imagine? On a corporation, you had to guarantee the car. You had to sign the lease of the building. You signed for the credit card. So if you bankrupt the corporation under the Federal Protection Act, automatic stay, they come get you anyway. Congratulations. You're a duck and a sheep. Whack, 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 bah, bah, bah. Sorry, it's just the way it is. It's the truth. See, the truth can set you free if you want it to. But are you willing to handle the truth? See, you like to hire people. You don't learn how it works. Today, here's an assignment. Write it down, SOS, whatever state you're in, .gov. I'd like you to inspect your corporation today. 47% of you use your home address. I'm sorry, I call that silly and dumb. You told the whole world where you live. Congratulations, they sell you in a mailing list. Why don't you inspect yourself today? Why don't you create a line of defense? A line of what? Defense. Why don't you understand the defensive circle and make sure you protect your family? But it's up to you. Let's go to the board. You ready to go to the board? You got your tablet and pen ready to go? I hope so. So let's understand. Let's write down the word you. You, okay. Here's Mr. U, and here's Mrs. U, okay? Let's say we got Mrs. U. All right, we have 2 U's. Isn't that fun? So what happens is God made us one. That makes sense. But the problem you got is you don't understand how it works. So let's give you the truth. Can you handle that? You, if you're 14 to 16, and this is because you were not born in 71, you went into the Social Administration. You were told by somebody, you need an SSN number. What did you do? Okay? You went over to the Social Administration. I'm a sheep, I'm a duck, quack, quack, quack. What line do I get in? Let me get the form. Let me do the 2-step. Let me do this. And you didn't challenge anything. What the blank? You didn't notice it said SS5 in the left-hand corner? SS5? I don't understand. Why didn't you pay attention? Oh, you like being a duck and a sheep. Okay. It's up to you. I don't want to be a duck and a sheep. I got in line. I looked at the form and go, what am I doing this for? Man, what is this for? That says SS5. Is this the IRS? Is this the IRS? She goes, no, this is the administration. Let me get the supervisor. He comes over to blah, 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 blah. By the time I asked him intelligent questions, he couldn't answer. Or he said, because you have to. What kind of answer is because you have to? Now, I hope to God you have your tab and a pen ready to go. I need you to write down SS5 equals SSN equals 1040. That's how it is. See, your problem is you, your lack of knowledge is your stupidity, and you bring the pain on. We're not stupid, but we do stupid, and it pisses me off. So guess what? You should have connected the dots. I did. So what do we get to do? Let's watch. We're going to have some fun. All right. Did you know you could have 3 divisions of you? You could have 3 chances to try without bringing the pain home to your family. But you didn't do that. What did you do? Oh, I don't know. So let's do this. Let's have some fun. Let's draw a line right here. And let's turn around and understand something. I call it the line of defense. The line of defense. The line of defense. Okay? Now let's pretend here we're going to write down SS4. Okay? SS4. SS4. And we're going to do it here, here, and here. Okay? So let's understand. This form was created employer entity U. Write down employer entity U. It's your line of defense. You had 3 chances to try. Instead, you brought the pain home because you don't know any better. Well, that kind of sucks. What if we have a house? Okay, house. Here's our problem. God made us one, husband and wife. We became one. Okay, that's great. But your credit should be separate. Every man and woman who signs on the loan for the house, I call it dumb. Sorry. See, only one person has to be on the loan, total income. We got a problem. If you lose that house, they report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. 1099-C, now you get a tax problem. You should have separated the liability. See, right now, they sue her, they sue him, they sue her. Damn, we got to stop that. We got to plan the problem because we're always getting our assets kicked. But you don't want to play. Okay. So that's the house. Now, what you should have done when you bought the house, it's escrow close homestead trust. Then most people go, what's a homestead? We do know. I thought you were a grown-up. Or get a man up, woman up. What kind of irrevocable trust? By the way, the house should have actually bought through the trust. But again, what happens? Man is going to buy the house, man or woman, all right, married person, sold in separate property. So if we screw it up, we don't hurt each other. We're backups for a backup. Now the car. Oh, goody, we got a car. Registered owner, lien holder. I watch all these silly people on all these social medias going blah, 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 blah. You can write the car up, but you got to be careful because you can write, shut that door, shut up. I'm tired of listening to stupid. Okay? I don't give a damn about the car write-off. I give a damn about the registered owner. If you're in a bumpity bump at Sam's Club, they're going to sue you because you're the registered owner of the car. Damn it, you got to knock that off. The registered owner should be a division of a corporation. This is only key of a Lamborghini, LP640. Rum, 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 rum. I bought my first one when I was 14 and a half. What did you drive? Was it impossible? Yeah, I had to borrow someone's birth certificate. I lied and got a driver's license. Forgive me. God did. I asked him to. Okay, let's play. See, the car. What we have to do is now go over here. You ready to go over here? Let's do this. Let's write down the word bank. Okay, bank. All the banks are bankrupting 21,000 locations. Add it up. Come on. B of A, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank. All right. What do you have? All right, having fun. All right. From there, Chase. Now they announced this. Did you know Wells Fargo had to pay $2.1 billion 4 weeks ago? They were the most indicted bank on the planet. They've had to spend $100 billion for all their crap that they create. But you know, they get to write it off. They screw up, write it off. You screw up, we get to bring the pain home. That's not fair. That kind of sucks. What if we use some common sense? Every bank has a branch number. The branch number means separate tax ID. They actually set up a corporation owning a corporation. So let's do this. So if we drew this line, that's what? A line of defense, a corporate umbrella. So when they bankrupt this under the Federal Protection Act, that 100-year lease, they keep all the assets and the money and write off on their taxes. You see, what we have to realize is over here, we have to balance. This is IRS over here, no problem. And this is the bank. By the way, this is IRS and this is you and you. Sorry, you still screwed up. Isn't that terrible? You never did your research to figure things out. I did. Let's write down LLC. Ooh, we got one of those. LLP. Wow, got one of those. An S Corp. A C Corp. Ooh, a nonprofit corp. Oh, how about a PC professional corp? Those are the types you can pick. Pick one. All right, everybody on the social media. I got an LLC. Oh, good for you. Oh, goody. Wow. They sue you. See, you got one of these books. In the book, it's got certificate of ownership. You're the managing member. Isn't 9/10 of the law is possession? They're in your possession. I'll bet you if I asked you 4 questions under oath, you'd have to tell the truth, and I got you. I got you. They sue the corp, they sue you. I don't like that. Do you like that? Maybe today you'll learn to play. Maybe you'll learn to play my way. Okay, here's my way. You take a corporation, okay, and you have 9 divisions. I created what's called division process in 1985 and 86. Are you writing, Mark and Bill and Joanne and Susie? Or are you just sitting there going, beep, 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 beep? See, until you write it, your brain won't record it. Here's your problem. So if we have 9 divisions, I used to bring my cat to the Bonaventure. Why? Because they have 9 lives. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So a division. So if we can use some common sense, and we put M here for management company, we're going to manage entities. Ooh. So if we manage entities, like the banks do, what you should have did in the first place, you didn't do that. And let's say I'm in real estate, Ray, I'm an expert. Oh, good for you. All right, PEI, all right, was the coach for Carlton Sheets, Dave Delgado, and Russ Dalby. Who do you think were behind those people? Donald Duck, I guess you think so. Let's say we have 9 houses. Well, what does that mean? We'll have a problem. That means you have 9 loans. The bank would have to approve a loan for every house. But I got a problem in the 80s and 90s, the loan to value problem. These ding-dongs are telling me loan to value, I got a couple million in the bank. Are you freaking kidding me? These people are stupid, but that's just my opinion. Now, we got 9 loans, okay? Now, here's a problem. If these houses, they have a tenant, they signed a lease, right? What if they slip and fall and screw us up? If you had them all in the LLC, you lose one, LLP, you lose them all in the C Corp too. Did you know if you don't have a line of defense, you're a duck and a sheep, and you're going to bring the pain home almost every day? See, you might think about the banks and the grocery stores and what you're allowed to do. The United States of America, highly intelligent people, they created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy in the Federal Protection Act, public record. So a city wants to bankrupt the debt, they're allowed to. They've bankrupted 11 cities so far. Your problem is you never paid attention. Why? I don't know. Why didn't you? So I'd like you to set up the line of defense. Would that be okay if you listen a little bit to me? All right, is that all right? Line of what? Defense. In martial arts, I became a janitor at 4 years old because I was doing the moves outside. The man with the black belt, he didn't like that. He came running out. We don't get free moves here. You get in there, clean the place. I became the janitor. I'm a good listener. So what do? We get to play the game to win. Okay. So I create something called daisy chaining of credit. What does it mean? If I get these cards here, and I use my wife's cards so you understand we really have them, okay? There's always some ding-dong. No, you don't. You're allowed 99 more cards. How many? 99 more. If that's $100,000 cards, and I got 99 more, that's $100 million. If I get 1 card, and I ask for 9 sisters, can I turn that into $1 million? Blank, yes! So what do? Okay. So all of a sudden we have $100,000 here. This is borrow money times 9 divisions more. That equals $1 million off 1 card. I don't understand why you do the way you do things. Do you? You guessing why? I don't know. I don't understand. Okay, I don't get why you just want, because you want a bunch of this. All right, do you even know what this is? It's money. No, it's not. It hasn't been money for years. It's a Federal Reserve note. It's a legal tender. You don't even know the things behind this. It's like when Mrs. Goodwin said, our first president, George Washington, in the 3rd grade, no, ma'am, no. His name was John Hanson. People get taught the wrong thing all the time. Look it up. So when I created a dashboard in 1987, I wanted the ability to set up a dashboard, SSN and SS4. Well, that's what I did. So I can take an SSN over here, or an SS4, and I can set up a credit file. With no intent to do fraud, of course. It's right there, it's right there. So we can play this game to win. As I'm training Ken Yarbrough on our TOW sphere, isn't that fun? We get to play and get some more money. I was born in a taxi. Who the hell's gonna help me? Eating up a trash can, who's gonna help me? Nobody. I gotta think one thing, God and me, God and me. So we look at this SSN equals 1040, okay, we understand how to play. And look at line 4 and line 1, look at this. SS4 says employer, entity, or you. It's right there, right there. It's a universal form, it always has been. See, you're not supposed to use your social security card for ID purposes. Did you know that? Or laminate or carry with you. It's not even yours, it's assigned to you. We're bonded up to 35 million apiece. We're just a number. That's okay. It's a lonely number. If you allow me, on my dashboard. Now, I don't believe in trade line crap because it's fraud in my opinion. If you allow me to add you to one of my accounts, okay? You, Corp Division, okay? I have the ability to use basically the word optional. Let's watch. Your SSN and SS4 is optional. So if I took one of my cards, all right, from my client, we have an agreement, we agreed to do this, allow me to do it, I need permission, and then I can get you a card. I'm allowed to ask for two things, separate billing, all right, authorized user. I never pick authorized user. Separate billing all the way, is that okay? What do we get to do? It's right there, it's right there, isn't that fun? We get to play the game to win. Your problem is you. It's like division process. I had a problem in 1984. I did, it's terrible. In 1984, I got this letter in the mail. The letter was very simple. We charged $800 to $1,000 per franchise tax fee. I saw a reference to it, I just want to leave it alone. $800 to $1,000. I own some Shakey's, some 31 flavors, some Subway, some shopping centers, some condos, all kinds of stuff. I could pay up to $1.2 million just on franchise tax fee? No! Sacramento. I only asked questions to two departments. Could I create an entity under a corporation that allows me not to pay franchise tax fee? See, banks are using corpse to corpse. So the division process was created in 85, 86. So if I have a division, my name's not on it, I could roll the dice, give it a hell of a try. If it's not working, I can throw it away. See, as long as I'm trying, I'm not dying. If I'm not trying, I might as well be dead. That's just how I look at it for me. So today, what do? If I have 9 divisions, let's watch, 9 lines of credit, and I have 9 tenants, I have 18 divisions. Numbers don't lie, only people lie. Isn't that terrible? It's true. So if I have 9 locations of money, 9 lines of credit, and 9, all right, liabilities, I got 18 divisions. So you have to decide based on what you want. A corporation or division have to be 2 years for the bank to want to give you a line of credit. Credit cards for you, corp division process, no problem, as we play the game. But again, I'm not here to be CPA and attorney. I'm just trying to help you with public information. Today, if we took my book 40 years ago, it'd have this in it. 40 years ago. I don't understand why people aren't listening to this day. I guess the coma and pandemic kind of got in the way. So what do we get to do? Here's a corporation with division and subdivisions down the road. Isn't that fun? You can add up to 75 divisions on the same bank account you want to play with at the same time. So I think we should have some fun. What do you think? Now that helped me create up to about $16 million of credit. We get to play. Let's do this. How about if I get you 2 American Express gold cards and platinums? One of each. Now write it down. They do not fluctuate. Understand? Write it down. You see, you jacked up the wrong damn card. I had an emergency, Ray. I lost my job. Oh, goody. Next week, you didn't find a new one. The whole year, you screwed it up. See, during that blankety blank year, all right, if you use my rules and tools, you'd have 71,000 of safety. Because you get to use these, they don't make your score drop. Your score never drops, and if you max the suckers out up to $1 million. But instead, you jacked these up, dropped the score, got stuck, can't get any more. And now most of you have been dragging that bad credit around for 10 years, so you don't know diddly squat. Isn't that terrible? I said you don't know diddly squat. It's true. Kind of sucks. How about we do this? American Express says, would you like 99 more cards? It's right there. That's crazy. You log in and it's like, what? You're nuts. That's $100 million. Let's think. Let's use our brains. Did you know if you write something down, your eyes, your ears, your body become one and you record faster? It's kind of simple. Every goal is 38 steps. Tell me a goal. In 38 steps, I'll be done. There you go. We have to process information 8 times to record it here to memorize it. Hey, I got 5 beautiful daughters and a boy. You know how many times I had to see, let it go? I got to stop my feet, let it go. I can say the words before the cartoon went on and on and on. So can you. Let it go. Why don't we go back to my original series that I created when I was 15, 16 years old? Why not? Winning the game of business. See, I think you've been losing. That kind of sucks. Now, I called it auto income. I didn't know to call it passive income. I don't care. I need money automatically come in, pay the bills. That's what I wanted. Simple. I went to this event. They're selling payphones. They say for $1,600, I get a payphone. The average income is $300 a month. Okay, I'll take 10. I sit up in the room and say, I'll take 10. Yeah. Let's use some common sense. If they're doing $300 as an average month, it's $1,600, how many months would it take to get to the point that it basically breaks even and makes a profit? But again, what do? I financed it through my bank account through Security Pacific Bank, and I got them for free. All I do is maintain a little payment. Whee, isn't that fun? See, if we create the debt, offset the taxes, we can do anything we want to do. The only thing you put limitations on is you. Stop giving your limitations. It's ridiculous. I had 19 houses. They gave me crap, loan to value. Nope, I put in my divisions. Loan to value. Huh, what do I get to do? They couldn't see them. Peekaboo. They're not my houses anyway. I would like you to give me 1 year of your time. I like to rebuild your life my way because I think you screwed up. I think you should fire yourself and hire me. I think you should say, I'm fired to you. But again, you're going to have to follow through. Can you listen? Can you learn? Can you do what you're told to do? I tell everybody what to do. It's kind of fun. So I like to get you up to $10,000 a month. Is that okay? Auto income. See, I don't want your money in the escrow to go to me. I want it to escrow. I line up the business and you put money in escrow from borrowed money, no problem. And then you get an odd return. You own a piece. You get it forever. You get a deed of trust. You keep giving money to other ding-dongs. That's Ponzi, is it not? But if we want to win the game of business, maybe we'll do it my way for a while. Okay, now here's our problem today. Okay? Write down time, money, and credit. Go ahead. Time, money, and credit. Wow, wee, isn't that fun? See, our problem is understanding there's not enough time, there's not enough money, there's not enough credit. And now you're screwed up. Congratulations. There are 7 things you should be focusing on today. And by the way, I don't have a magic wand. Mine's broken and bent. May I borrow yours? I wrote a book years ago called BS Doesn't Pay Your Bills. Isn't it true? So what do? Okay. So if I take your cards and I look at my dashboard, I increase your limits. I open up the gap. Then I have to analyze you. Let's understand something today very, very simple to do. We have to understand how to play the game to win. The game. It's a game. All right, I became a chess master at 13 years old. It's easy. I can see the moves before they did. They don't want to play with me. My son and I play all the time, trying to teach him to be a chess master and a chess checkers as well. I block all his moves in about 15 moves. He goes, how do you do that every time? It's easy. So let's do this. How about we analyze your credit? Now, here's my problem. Credit Karma, I don't like. Why? There's no phone number to help you. They don't want to really help you. And they don't have Experian. And they went died 6 times. Here's Credit Karma. Release shows I got them 200 points. I've analyzed 50 million people so far. Here's 200 points. Wow. Did you know on your credit file, no matter what you have, hopefully it's Analytical 750 or Experian.com, Credit Karma, nah. There's a graph. Do you know what that graph is? That's your heartbeat. You control the heartbeat of your credit. You don't even know it, and you keep screwing it up. Okay, let's play. Analytical 750, not only does it boost the score, it blocks crap. Here's a 479, 155 points in 90 days. Is that okay? Here's another 163 points in 90 days. So would that be okay? See, what I always wanted to do for the last almost 50 years is help people understand what an excellent score needs to be. You see, if you allow us to analyze, and that's me personally, I've never taken a client I don't analyze myself personally. I've analyzed 50 million people so far. If you allow me to do it, I'm going to talk to you personally. Isn't that fun? Now, you should have 100,000 in credit. You should have 10 of these, by the way. We designed it for the oldest card. Very simple, 20% rule, and about 11 accounts, counting your house and car. What do we do now? Okay. I believe what they say is true. You waste $50 every other day. You kind of piss it away. That's $700 a month. Why don't you use that money and rebuild your life anyway? But it's up to you. A corporation with 18 divisions. Okay, I think we already covered that, right? We got 9 loans right here. We have 9 people that could be turds that sue us and slip and fall. So if we had 18 divisions and we had 100,000 times 9, that's $1 million. Can we create the money to go get the honey? Probably true. That's what I want to train and help you do. But what do we do? Okay. Now, I want your corporation to have 100,000 credit per entity. Let's understand, division process I created in 85, 86, each division has its own credit file. Isn't that fun? You see, it's like my kids. I have 6 kids, 5 daughters and a beautiful boy. My son turned 12 about 5 weeks ago. Here's his combo American Express card. These are his courtesy checks. Whee! Here's my daughter who turned 18, the youngest one. Okay. See, all my kids have 800 plus scores because that's what I trained them to do. Yes, I'm going to say I train my children because they're daddy's girls or daddy's boy. That's the way it works. We got to play. Now, the next thing is one of my employees, he's my vice president of my company. Okay. We're going to set up laundromats, car washes, apartment complexes, storage units. If you want to play, this is one 2 million, 2-1. Wow, I can't afford that, Rag. Stop it. I'm going to have 8 of you play with that. I want you to get about $8,000 a month. See, what you got to realize, if you basically go into escrow with different people, you get a deed of trust, you own a piece. That means you get income forever because it doesn't go away. Once again, you saw that Wendy's restaurant since you were 4. Storage unit and what? Car wash as well and more. Your problem is you. I'll just take this. There's only 10 cards to play with anyway. The rest are crap in my opinion. If I take these here and I get 9 more, would that be okay? Would that be okay if you listen to me and we get you past go? Now, I did do my first storage unit years ago. I was my ex-father-in-law, had some fun, no problem. What did we do? We closed escrow. His corp and my corp closed escrow. We both put money in the escrow. When we were done, we got our cut. Every month, $17,350. Is that good? Corporation absorbs the money, doesn't pay tax till it's profitable. So if we're going to keep growing the business, we got to create debt, manageable debt. Is that okay? So today you can learn to play my way for a while. Hey, come on. You're 35 to 75 years old. You've screwed up enough times in your life. You screwed up your credit 10 times plus, and because you don't know rules and tools, you didn't bother to listen and learn. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Is that okay? Would you like to own part of a car wash? Your division would. Understand? That means if we partner up, and no, I don't want to partner with you. We're not actually partners in business. We're partners in an escrow. And I lined it up for you. You own the piece. That's called a deed of trust. Ooh, goody. So as we play this game, it's sort of simple. How about another car wash? How about a Burger King? Ooh, goody. How about an ugly storage unit? We buy ugly too because it makes money. I don't care what it looks like. I just want to see the bottom line. We get to buy ugly. Is that okay? We play? Now, Linda's one of my clients from 1986. Okay, what did she do? She came to one of my events called Eagle's Nest and went worldwide on top of that. She spent $2,000. She financed me for $26 a month. That's right, because she paid the minimum payment. What did we do? Now, I've made Linda a millionaire 5 times so far. 5 times. I think it's 8, but she says 5. Never argue with a woman or a customer, of course. They're always right, and that's not true. But anyway, we got to at least say it. So what do? We did play. Now, you take your picture of Linda and Dwayne, her husband right there, and you listen to what she has to say. She'd tell you flat out, every time my CPA told me, or attorney told me not to do that, I said, Ray said, because I had to train them too. I don't understand ding-dongs, to be honest with you. Now, her project, she took the Hyatt Hotel in Texas and converted it to the Blueprint Apartments. Named it after me. Wow. Doing about $27 million. That's the goal in the project. So if we got an apartment complex, listen carefully. Let's pretend you're going to allow me to do what I do best. Get the apartment complex, 125 units. Every tenant is going to sign a separate division and a separate lease. If one slips and falls, I want to get ready to put them in their place. What do I get to do? Automatic stay. I might have to bankrupt that piece. All right, is that okay? We don't want to lose them all, do we, at the same time? See, what I did in 1988. I created a form called assignment of mortgage. Wow. So what am I going to do? I'm going to convince or ask these tenants if they like to own their units. I'm going to become the bank. I'm going to be the bank, and I'm going to create notes. I showed Russ Dalby this when he had his toolbox of notes, how to do it even better. Wow. Would you like to play? Let me know. Shaq's a puppet master. He doesn't make pizzas and chicken. He doesn't make pretzels or Krispy Kreme donuts. He eats and invests, and that's what he does. That's fun. Warren Buffett's a puppet master. I had a root beer flow with him about 38 years ago. All right? Now, me, I had a problem. One of my professors years ago said, Ray, you're paranoid. Hell yes. Of course I'm paranoid. Someone's going to steal my goodies again and again. 21 cars in the car collection because what I wanted to do, I made sure out of my 10 Rolexes that belonged to the corp, not me, that the car and the suit matched the watch. I'm wearing blue today, so the watch has to match me. That's what you gotta do, right? If I had a white suit or a yellow suit or whatever, gotta wear the white car. You see, the goal is to have the fun and play. But this is the keys for that Lamborghini there. Isn't that fun? But it's not my car. I don't understand stupid. I don't understand stupid. Online, you can't write up the car. Excuse me, I don't care about the write-off. I care about the registered owner. If they sue the registered owner, it's you. That's called silly and dumb. Maybe it should be a division. What do you think? That's 1,013 divisions to play with. Up to that, too. We get to play my way because your way sucks. Sorry. I told you earlier to take a picture of this. It's simple. There's what you should have done a long time ago. Now that's what we're going to do in 2026, if you're willing to play with me. But if not, go away. It's simple. I just want to play and win. As long as we're trying, we're not dying. If we're not trying, we might as well be dead. So I want you to become a puppet master. Would that be okay? You join my club, Puppet Master Club, I started 40 years ago. We get to play. Let's pretend we're going to listen my way. We're going to take basically line of credit, the Chase, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank, and B of A, okay, and we're going to get these. They get a blueprint loan up to $250. Ooh, that'd be kind of fun. If we took that line of credit, and let's say for a year you want 6 escrows to close. I'd like to make it 10, but at least 1 to 10, please. What do? If you put $25,000 in an escrow, you're writing the check from your own line of credit that I helped build you into escrow. You own a piece. You get to watch the bouncing ball. Now, I'm in every project, period. I will not be in a project unless I'm in it with you. I want you to realize I got things to risk too. All right, 3 more people. That could be up to $3,200 a month income. See, I line it up for you. I rebuild you my way because I wanted to make sure it works. Your way sucks. Isn't that terrible to say, but it's true. $50,000, okay, storage unit 4-plex, up to $5,600. Okay, how about $7,500? All right, a month, $75,000. You're using borrowed money to do it off the credit anyway. You got nothing to lose. If you did this before you screwed up your credit, he would have been there a long time ago. Oh, well. Now the $100,000, what do? Let's see if we can get $10,000 a month per each division. Oh, that's up to you. So take a picture here. That should be your goal in 2026. Sorry, I'm going to repackage it my way because I think your way sucks. Sorry to say, but it's true. If you want to be a puppet master, you got to play with me. That means you and I get to know each other. I get to know every client I ever had. So the blueprint, Joanne said it would be there. It's not there. So I had to do the same thing with you. I got to blueprint you. Let's understand. Past, present, and future. Good, bad, ugly. You got a bankruptcy. Did you seal it? You got a tax problem. You need to know that too. Did you screw American Express or Chase? Need to know these things. I'm going to interview you for an hour with your partner of life. We're going to build you a blueprint and give you rules and tools and steps. I'm going to tell you what to do for the next 3 weeks and again and again and again so you don't have to think. The more you think, the more you screw it up. Sorry to say, but it's true. You got a corporate goodie. You got division. How many? 18? We're going to plan to live. We're going to plan to die. Irrevocable trust, by the way. What are we going to do from here? Car, division, house, trust, and we're going to look at auto income and cash flow fee per time. A blueprint call with me sometimes goes too fast. $5,000. There you go. But the office sells it for $2,000. Today, a blueprint call, if you did it while you're online with me now, it's half price on that. It's $9.99. You and your partner of life for an hour. Isn't that fun? If you partner in a program that we're going to go get a goodie, all right, it's free. I like free. Don't you like free? So we could play the game to win. I like that. Here's that form that I basically saw when I was basically a little kid. It said what in 1984? Husband, wife, and partner. It was wrong. So it was chapter 8. It was wrong. My head, I could look at it and connect the dots. It just connected it for me. See, here's what's going to happen. You're going to have a division under your corporation. Your corporation should never be named as you. Should be named what it does and actually do business. It should manage entities. See, the banks don't let the parent company have a lot of what? Liability. It's their branches. It's like cities and states. They do the same thing. Your corporation's going to have 4A. I'm going to be 4. So let's share a piece. Let's watch. This allows us to go into an escrow, put it at the bank, and actually share a piece of a Wendy's, a storage unit, laundromat. Nobody can screw you out of money. That can't hurt you. You own a piece. Oh, well. Then I'm going to get a 4B and a C. Is that okay? If you get entitlement of ownership. So when you drive by that Wendy's storage unit today, ask yourself, why don't you own them? And do the same thing I told you to do. Fire yourself, please. I'm sorry. You should have played with me a long time ago. I've been out there in front of people, in person or online, for 49 years. Maybe you want to start playing with me. I've been doing that since 1987, by the way. We get to play. Now today, this is a smaller package for the beginners. Raise, build, and coaching program, okay, for 2026. Because in the beginning, you don't want to spend anything. You want everything free. But that doesn't happen. Take a picture. I would like to play with you every month, every 3 weeks for the next 90 days. I'd like to hand you $100,000 of credit, personal or business. I'd like to blueprint you, you and your partner of life. I'd like to make sure you have 18 books and CDs, a series, to give you the full blueprint. I'd like you to have 18 divisions. Simple. So this is what you can do today. Understand, Brandy, the sales manager, wants to sell this for $14,999. It's a good price. It's what it's worth. If you did it while you're online with me, online now, no excuse, it's $29.99. It's $3,000. You wait till I'm done talking? Forget it. It's the normal price. I'm going to motivate you to do it now, zell. If you don't, then you pay more later today. It's simple. I like playing the game. Now, if you want to play with me for 12 months, that's what we're going to do. I only have 40 people I put in that anyway because I'm going to do 3 calls a day because I broadcast every day, 6 days a week. Every 3 weeks we're on the phone. I'm going to give you $200,000 of credit. $100,000 personal and business, build it up away in a blueprint call. 12 months of coaching is $27,000. Don't worry, in 2009 that was $100,000. So that's what you do. Now today, if you pay in full today, now and then next, what? While I'm done, not before I'm done talking, you better call that office now. You're getting the $200,000 of credit. If you don't, because that's normally you've discounted to $19.99, $20,000. All right. Now, if you want to play, it's very simple. You could put $2,500 down by Zelle or card now, and lock it in. If you got to make payments and pay on that, that's okay. We're going to take that credit to make it $100,000. But if you make no commitment, that's what happens is nothing. But again, that's up to you. What do you get to do now? There's your Zelle. And it's a now. What do we get to do? Very simple. How about you call that office right away? And you talk to Jake. Jay. All right? George. Okay, why not? All right? We get to talk to Brandy. Isn't that fun too? Chris has gone sick today. We get to play the game. How about Lawrence as well? But if you don't call now, Zelle, 800-254-9506, I'm going to say you blew it. That's on you. 1,000 steps to millionaire. How many show goodies I obtained? On my beautiful wife too with our helicopter. Isn't this fun? We get to play the game. The Millionaire's Founders Kit. It was fun. What did we do? I sold it at the Bonaventure every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Long Beach Marriott, Orange County Hilton, and also Ontario too. 4 events a week for 32 years. Being one of the second largest advertisers in California. 5,000 a set. I had my old crap day. There I am. Isn't that terrible? Didn't matter. I've got corporations structure of $3.7 billion. Oh, goody. We took one of my yachts out in the backyard. My wife wanted to take 72 people for one of the yachts. We took the middle yacht. Why not? Simple. I got to die in a coma. She calls Ron at the office, district manager. Instead of helping her, he drives to the office with the whole truck to steal my books and CDs. Who do we trust? Or Tom, my IT manager. You know what he did? So I have 50 million people in my database. Highest bidder for websites and phone numbers was a porn site. Never call the CD phone number, please. To this day, it's a porn site. See, they didn't care. They didn't try to help the wife at all. That kind of sucks. So what do we get to do? Today, you're going to need a real address for the bank. If you don't have one, at least 12 feet at a time if you want. It's not shared office space. You take a picture, you scan it, and you get to sign and call right away. Simple. Now, your corporation's profit or not, whatever you got, needs to be done on Bradstreet. Take a picture. Analytical 750 is going to help you with that as well. Got it so far? We're going to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. I'm going to give you a list every time we talk and through the program called Phantom. It's going to give you a checklist. We're going to build your goals with you for you, daily, weekly, and project list. So understand, what we're going to do is very simple. I'm going to make your list for you. I'm going to tell you what to do. Don't worry, I'm going to do most of the work anyway because I don't want you to really do much at all. Now, would you like 2026 to be the year you keep your promise to yourself? Those New Year's resolutions? How about if I do the work for you so we can keep them? Is that all right? There's one of the yachts. Why not? Wow. There was 21 cars in the collection at the time. Going to have some fun. But you know what? Everything I touched since I was a kid turns to gold, 100 million to billions into the corporate structure. I'm not rich. It's the corporation. July 4th. Now, there I am in that coma. I died at 5:41. Check it out. There's the address. Check it out. You'll find I'm telling you the truth. Wouldn't that be fun to find out the truth? I'm the most verified person on planet Earth. My wife, she's falling apart. All right, what do we happen? My tax attorney comes in and tricks her to sign a POA. He's a dirtbag. The nurse asked my wife, he's a donor. See, I died at 5:41. The heart stopped. The moment that happened, and she asked, is he a donor? I was given a choice in that coma to come back or stay in peace. Once in a while, I wish I would have said stay in peace, but I wanted to come back. My wife's falling apart. I got to come back. The moment I said that in that coma, the machine went beep, 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 beep. I wish I would could boo and scare the crap out of them. Funny at least. So I get to come back and help you. See, the point is, there's no excuse for anybody. I lost my job. I got 2 kids to feed. Well, number one, you're a liar. Number two, if you had kids, you go to the church, they'll give you the food, and you wouldn't be wearing your jammies. And if you lost your job, you do what I did. I had a garage sale. I had 12 of them in Huntington Beach, got cited 3 times. What do? Well, why don't you go drive Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash? There you go, instant money. But he makes $210 a day holding that sign. And unfortunately, people are stupid enough to give him the money. Tell him to get a job. Show up here, I'll put you to work. There are certain people who do need help. There's people who just want to live for free. That sucks. Do you know what it's like coming out of a coma and all the crap in 2011? Your wife and kids are in the car. You got no money, nowhere to go. How do you rebuild yourself? Well, I have my 3 divisions of me. I have my closet divisions. I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. I bought my wife her next dream house. I planned the problem. Why don't you? What's wrong with you? These don't know how to work or something? All right, you need to understand how to play. And no more excuses for you too, because understand, I moved 24 times by the time I'm 11 and a half years old with a lot of crappy people. I've been shot 3 times by a gun. I've been knifed 6 times. There's no excuse for anybody. This is a faith test, and faith and persistence. That's all it is. So guess what? God's got a plan for me, plan for you too. Now, ever since I was a little boy, how you doing, little boy? Always good. Simple. That's my mindset. I won't let someone steal my peace. Then I'll say to myself, thank you, Jesus. That's just the way it is. If you like me, take a picture, do a Google review. If you don't like me, leave me alone. Come on. All right? It's all these ding-dongs in the past. I offer them $1,000. They're not even people I even knew. They were the people that I was in a coma. But you know what? Not everybody likes me. Not everybody likes you. So guess what today? If you like me, a Google review, please. If not, leave me alone. It's simple. The SS5 you didn't pay attention to is connected to the SSN. And that's connected to your 1040 tax return. You didn't pay attention. Sorry to say, but it's true. You get one. It's called Weed the People. Social Security card you're only supposed to carry and what, laminate and all? If we look at it from the SS4, right, employer, identify what entity, and you. It's right there. We could play the game to win. And we can basically do like Trump did and everyone else does. It's simple. If you learn to play, I can get you where you need to go today. Well, what did you do? It's simple. Honey, we're going to start a business with our friends and family here at the kitchen table. All right, what did you do? You jacked up your cards, you dropped your score, you got stuck, you couldn't get any more. You brought the pain home to you and me and haunted your house too, being stupid. Sorry. I believe you did stupid. You're not stupid, you did stupid. Why would anybody have bad credit if you can jack these up, not these? I don't understand. They don't fluctuate, these do. I mean, the rules, tools, all I hear all the time. Ray, nobody told me. Who told me? All right, simple. No excuses, never bring the pain home. You got a collection item, okay, what do we do? Well, there's 5 ways to kill a debt. You have a problem with the IRS, irs.gov. Solutions, let's rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. The 656 Form 433A and B. What do? The NACB said I'm the #1 consultant worldwide. Okay, fun. I created the 29% rule. What did you balance your debt? Can you imagine? When you take that card to 30% yellow, 50 is red. I'm only at 50% utilization. Yeah, you're in the red. The building's on fire. You don't even know it. That's the problem. Lack of knowledge is our stupidity. Never bring the pain home. Now, for me, I just want to change the world. Could you imagine? This book is for everyone in high school and college. It's starting out right. I want every kid in high school and college to get the book for free. That's right, free. That's what I want. I want to set up their credit file for them as well for free. Free. That's right, free. I like free. Now, I don't want you to do what some people say on the social media. You need a secured card from Capital One. No, you don't. That's called stupid. That's an inquiry. No, 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 no. If you allow me to do it, I'll get you the first card right away. If not, opensky.com. It's basically what? Capital Bank. $200 in the card, spend $25. I mean, you, parents, grandparents, you went all over the place trying to do it right, and you're still getting it wrong today because you don't know how to play the game at all. And you're 75 years old still screwing up? You're 45, 35? I don't understand that. That's a free download. It's simple. Let's play my way. Write it down. All cards fluctuate but two. All what? Cards fluctuate but two. It's simple. The gold and platinum cards do not fluctuate at all. I like that. So we can maintain 750 the rest of our life. Even if we have an old blanketed day, month, week, or year, we can get through the process because bad debts don't last forever. You made them last longer than they had to. We're going to use Ray's Rules and Tools. Is that okay? Ray's Rules and Tools? Okay. Now, this is Federal Trade Commission. You can all Google Federal Trade Commission, and you can Google Fair Credit Reporting Act. It'll say right up front they can't collect money up front. And they do, it's a lie, it's a bond. What? They don't have a bond or nonprofit. They're actually lying. It's not mine, not late. Ooh, goody. But again, they even indicted Daniel from the Credit Repair Cloud. He's going to go to prison, $3 million out of his pocket. Credit Repair Organization Act. Well, why don't you do this? Why don't we take a picture and get my book that I wrote 40 years ago and I update it all the time, and it's a free download for everybody. It's Winning the Credit Game. It's been out there. You can get a copy too. That's what they're using anyway. Free, free, free. There you go. Wow. How hard's that? I want to help people. Now, you get these people on social media. I'm getting a collection call right now. Let me talk to the collection agency. The lady on the phone says, daughter, this is a joke. It's ridiculous. So what do? Why don't we give them a copy of the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act, the real thing, and our debt crisis intervention? Years ago, your credit bureaus had consumer credit counseling on it for helping people. One of my companies, take a picture. It'll last longer. Now, Analytical750.com, what do they do different? Well, Credit Karma indicted 6 times. All right, doesn't have a Sperian, don't have a phone number to help you. They have that. Oh, you got LifeLock? Oh, goody, they got indicted 6 times too. Last indictment's $100 million. Oh, they got $2 million bond. They have $5 million. Okay, give me the break. I need you to sign up today for Analytical 750. They do a rapid refresh and they put your score up, and away. You're going to spend $25 a month. All right, Sperian by itself is $34. So guess what you get to do? Now we get all 3 agencies. Then they're going to analyze you for free the first time. They're going to call you every 46 days and tell you what's next. You're never going to guess anymore. Then they're going to help you with the Dun & Bradstreet and their personal and business Sperian, Treasury, and Equifax reports. Is that okay? One app to do both for personal and business? Scan it, sign up today, right away. It's very simple to do. It's right there. So let's help the world change itself today. Now, I'm going to analyze everybody. I do that. I will not take a client. Let's analyze them personally. From there, we're going to do a rapid rescore, block crap, and push the score up, and away. I created that 48 years ago when I was helping Harold Stokes in Kenya Harborough. Kind of fun. I'd like to get you a 750 score. Is that okay? If you listen and do what you asked to do. Let's get you some big boy, big girl cards, 5,000, 10,000. Let the paralegals actually help you for 9 months for free and do a credit boost for you right there. Now, understand the word boost. When I wrote the rules for Yarborough, for TRW and Sperian, this was for cars and what? Okay, houses. They don't show up on your file unless you screw them up. That's the boost, not your utility bill. That's called stupid. So today, they normally charge $1,500 at the office. The discount would have been $500 to you. But if you do it while I'm online with you now, it's $6.99. I don't get a commission or a paycheck. The goal is never to bring the pain home. And the next thing is, I want you to be CFO ready, Chief Financial Officer for a corporation. I'm going to obtain your credit reports for you. I'm going to analyze them for myself. I want to make sure I tell you what to do next, personally, on my broadcast every Friday and Saturday. Is that okay? Anybody can get a 750 score in 90 days if they do what they're told to do. But will you do what you're told to do and follow through? That's the key thing for you. Now, help me help you and other people. What does that mean? You today could have made $1,000. We pay 10% for every referral you give us by Zelle, check, or store credit. So if you say, I don't have the money, knock it off. Give me your referrals and you get to the end of the program. No excuses. No excuses for anybody. First time I was ever proud of myself in my whole life. Reynolds University, my building, Irvine Spectrum, One Technology Drive, 22,000 square foot building. I felt I was on top of the world helping so many people, broadcasting, classes. All right, then I got to die in a coma. Why? I had to rebuild in front of the world. That's embarrassing. So understand, let's get you past go. Lamborghinis, I like those, no problem at all. Duffy's, mansions, that's good too. All right, white men do jump, stupid people say we don't, more Lamborghinis. All right, race boats, helicopters, U-Docks, yachts, and Ferraris. Why not? Would you like some goodies? But I don't own any of that. That's all division process. I don't have anything in my name. I'm the poorest guy you ever saw in your life, but I know how to control millions and billions and play the game. You want to play? Let me know. We call it raise rules and tools. We also call it see it, believe it, go get it. Would that be okay with you? If we play my way, I got classes on Friday and Saturday. You want to join? You want to join? Would you like to learn how to repackage your life my way for a while? But again, it's going to be up to you because I like goodies. You like goodies yet? All right, here's the specialty classes in rotation. We just did stock, hit, minutes, and bylaws last weekend. The next one's real estate. Ooh, guess what? Do you know that's one of my sold out classes? People pay up to $1,000. They used to pay $12,000 for my real estate system. Why? Because I created Homestead Block. You see, you want a chattel mortgage. And I know if you're an expert in real estate, you're going to, what's that? Expert mind, you know what? Starting package. How about I take your corporation today, add a bunch of history, and get you $25,000 in credit, or give you a corporation for free and you pay your filing fee. That's about $2,500, give you 10 times your money back. How about we discount that today, just for the fun of it, and we make it $19.99. Okay, that would be fun, but here's the goal. If you do it while you're online, I'm going to discount it again to $1,500. If you don't do it while I'm online, then you call the office. They'll probably do it for $19.99. There's your Zelle. It's a now. It's very simple to do. 800-254-9506. There you go. See, you got an opportunity to get more discounts while I'm online. Take a picture of that, scan it. Let me know I can text you or email you the schedule for this week. I'll even get you in for free. Is that okay with you? It's okay with me. The goal is to what? To repackage your life? Like Humpty Dumpty. So let's think. Let's use some common sense. If I build corporate credit, and I help you do this and line it up for you, if you take the corporate credit and you invest into an escrow, you're using borrow money to buy your lifetime income. Lifetime income. Fourplex, apartment complex, storage unit, Wendy's, Jack in the Box. I had a problem in '88. It scared me. I got about $53 million of credit at the time. They're shrinking my limits. What am I going to do? Library time. C-191D said I could loan money out privately from a corporation. Is that okay? So I created a matrix. So my first matrix was 4.6 million, and that created 190,000 a month. Is that okay? And then the credit went up and away. The notes behind that were $1.1 billion. Oh, we get to play some more. I showed that to Russ Dalby years ago. He said, what the blank? Now he's got an info commercial for the toolbox of notes. Yeah, right. Okay. All right. Now this is 41 divisions, and by the way, this is 1989. You want to play yet? We can play my way for a while, but it's up to you. Manageable debt, 100,000 of personal, $1 million corporation, auto income, and we have to leverage money. Leverage money. Now, today, let's say you want to get into a program and I'm going to build your personal or business credit. The office is going to charge you about 10%. It's about $2,500, okay? All right, if you did it today while I'm online, it's $9.99. When I'm done talking, it goes back to the normal price. If you Zelle, you save 10% on that. But again, this is up to you. It's an opportunity for you. If you want $50,000 of credit, it's basically $5,000 usually. Here's $3,000. If you Zelle, you save 10% on that too. Very simple. Wouldn't that be fun? Now, if you want 100,000 of personal and business, okay, that's usually 10,000 per 100,000. That's like 20 grand. Their discount today is $8,000 today. If you do this between now and the time I'm done talking, and if it's not done by Zelle or card right away, I'm gonna say you blew it. That $4,999, I'm gonna build you 200,000 credit, 100,000 you and the corporation. All right, discount after discount. If it's done, no Zelle discount, but it's done Zelle, or what do? Use a card right away. Call that office now. They're watching this as well. They want to write it up for you, but again, what do? 800-254-9506. If you don't do it right away, pay the normal price. Chapter 18, corporations, what? May sue or be sued? What do we get to do? See, the problem we have is this. Building credit to a person corp division, no problem. A line of credit, the bank wants 2 years. So your corporate divisions have to be 2 years old, so you're running out of time. You want it filed now, right away. So let's understand the corporation. I know there's a lot to listen and learn. Your corporation is allowed 4 things. That's it, only 4. This means we're going to buffer tax, corporate credit write-off, car, fleet price, and hotel, free buffet. Your divisions are going to create a line of defense. Every division gets its own credit file. You separate liability for either what? The real estate process. But again, you create your line of defense. So when you have an old blankety blank day, you get rid of the division, not the corporate or your family. You've been doing the opposite. You've been hurting your family and you. Corporate umbrella, by the way, winning the game of business. So I like the clients out there. I watch them all the time on the social media, but I don't like the word they use credit repair. Credit repair is fraud. Federal Trade says it. They can't use credit repair. They're supposed to have a bond up to 100,000 plus and a 501c3 exemption. And they're supposed to be teaching classes and help you. Instead of going, that it. But again, their faces change all the time. The other thing I don't like, some of my clients saying, I'm rich, look at me, look at my helicopter, look at my yacht. Well, why not? The IRS is listening to them. Don't be surprised to get indicted again. You never say you're rich. That's called stupid. Okay, that pierces your own veil. Your own words in court would pierce your veil, in my opinion. They're actually doing an investigation on all the social media people, saying I'm rich. So what do? Would you like $1 million? Would you? The answer is no. Would you like $1 million corporation? The answer is yes. But I need 9 locations and 9 lines of credit. So how many divisions do I need? I need 18. There you go. We could play the game. Division process. If I get a division, this is how I did the dashboard in '87. If I add you, corporate division, to my dashboard, all I need to use is history. History allows me to build the credit files. Now, if I want to get one card into more cards, I'll need tax ID or SSN, but you only get one SSN, so most of tax IDs. But we don't want those until after we daisy chain the credit. So here today, the office sells them for $1,000 each. Tax ID, credit reports, no problem at all, ready to go. Here's 3, 9, and here's 12. Take your picture, that's what we're gonna do for you right away. Because I want you to do this during the webinar, and if you don't do it during the webinar, the answer is no. If one of those reps come and ask me, well, no. I must have told George 6 times last week. People going, well, 4 weeks to 6. I don't care. I said now means now. It doesn't mean next week. It means now. Zell. I will double those numbers for you today. You will get 6, you will get 18, you will get 24. If it was done today, now. There's your Zell. If not, you can just pay the normal price, and that's just the way it works. 800-254-9506. Every division should be a bucket of money. A bucket of money. It should protect your assets. You should never bring the pain home in the first place. Why did you? Because you didn't know any better. The Lamborghini, oh my goodness, oh. The auditors in 2011, I don't drive a Lamborghini, why do you? I'm a smart SOB and you're an idiot. What'd you say? You asked me a question. I like Lamborghinis, don't you? You like the Lamborghini, bum, 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 bum. Whee! But you know what the other auditor said? You can't write it all off, you can drive it home. Okay. So I'm listening to these ding-dongs. All right, and they say you can only write off 80%. I said, sir, if the doors and the windows and the license plate all represent the company, on the way home, that's marketing. What, did it say that too? It's right there. The Reynolds University too. Boom, boom. I said, the problem with both of you, you didn't do your research. You see that Lamborghini? It was bought through a division of a corporation. It's not even my damn car. It's never been my car. If you would have did your research, you wouldn't be asking stupid questions. The problem we got to deal in this world is stupid. Sorry. I want you to think to be the impossible. I want you to reach the damn dream. I've trained 50 million people to play my way. Would you like to play starting today? Up to you. Google review if you like me. Don't like me, leave me alone. Simple to say, simple to do. What do we do next? Puppet Master time. If you want to be a Puppet Master, we get to play, get you a car wash, laundromat, a car wash, whatever it is. How about a laundromat? Simple. Would you like one? Would you like one? We're going to use the corporate credit and finance your piece. Then you offset your taxes. Wouldn't that be fun? You get the $1 million dream, what you've been looking for all your life. Like I told you, Linda took the Hyatt Hotel in Texas and converted it to the Blueprint Apartments. It's about a $27 million project, she says. Isn't that fun? Shaq's a Puppet Master. Buffett's a Puppet Master. Hell, I'm a Puppet Master. I started the club. 1,013 divisions too. Boring and steady. I've been saying this for 49 years. So if we line it up correctly and get to an escrow, you own a piece with a deed of trust. It's yours forever. They sit there forever. Don't you understand? This is boring and steady. Somebody owns it. Why not you? You get to play my way. So the Puppet Master Club is very simple today. If we line up the lines of credit, Blueprint loans in, checkbook money. Oh, goody. What do? You write money to an escrow. In a year, you should have 6 escrows closed. I'd like you to have 10, but it's going to be up to you again and again. $25,000, laundromat, dry clean cars, you get up to $3,200 a month. $50,000, storage unit, fourplex, up to $56,000. Wow, $75,000 up to $7,500 a month. Oh, what do we get to do? Storage units are bigger apartment complexes. Wow, we get to play the game. So if you took that $100,000, it's very simple. We went up to $10,000 a month per entity. There you go. See, if you play this way, you could create up to $100,000 a month on auto income, but it's up to you. The bottom line today is being a Puppet Master. We get where you wanted to be a long time ago. Your corporation will have an entity. It'll be 4A. I'll be 4 in one of my corporations. And what? B and C. See, this allows 4 people or corporations to own a piece of a Wendy's, a laundromat, car wash, apartment complex. They get their deed of trust. No one can hurt them. They can't be ripped off. It's not a Ponzi. So you get to own a piece. That makes sense. Today, if you want to play with me for 90 days, Brandy wants that to go for $14,999. If you did it while you're online with me now, I'm giving it away. It costs $2,900, $23,000. That's it. It was done today. That's paid in full, no payments on that. All right, 12 months, every 3 weeks we're on the phone. Want to give you $10,000 of credit for personal and business. Blueprint call. 12 months, you're stuck with me. Oh, goody. $27,000 normally. Today, if it's done during the webinar, that means now in the next 5-10 minutes. If that's not a phone call to the office, say, I want that now, they're not going to give it to you at that price. See, I want to push you. I want to motivate you now. All right, quit being a procrastinator because that's the killer of a dream. If you want to even put $2,500 by Zelle or card, do that now. Now, if you got to make payment arrangements, okay, you can do that, but you only get $100,000 of credit, not $200,000. There's your Zelle. Now. It's up to you. You get to play my way, 800-254-9506. So understand, if today you want to what? Have me coach your business, and I make millionaires and billionaires all the time as well, no problem at all. We play. I'd like you to look behind that curtain every step of the way. Every time someone told me no when I was a kid or he's an adult, I realized they didn't know how. So no didn't mean no, it means they didn't know how. Look behind the curtain every time. I'm going to tell you, what I do is I stay safe and strong and I do my best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. Now, I've given you an opportunity to listen and learn. You can play with me 6 days a week, but I gave you an opportunity to actually get into a partnership of your own and own a piece of something. If you don't do it today, right away at that discounted price, I'm sorry to say, you're going to pay normal price. And if they come knocking on my door at that office and say, Ray, the answer is no. Here at George, the answer is no. Okay, it's now, Zelle, or you miss the opportunity. Okay, that is the discount price you get today. I'm going to do my best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.